Hi everybody, good morning. I am MadMegaX381. MadMega is fine. And this is QuackShot. So let's not waste any time and let's just get started. In 3, 2. Whoa, wait, hold on. Lost the title screen. That's bad. We need to start when we're on the title screen. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So QuackShot is I learned this a little while ago for a Disney marathon race, and this is just such a cool game. I find that I really like Donald Duck games. Something about Donald, he just really speaks to me. He's he's an angry fowl. I guess being mad mega, he and I have our temperaments in common. So, he just kind of speaks to me. So we start off, we go to Mexico, and the reason we do that is that this game kind of has what I like to call baby's first Metroidvania kind of like exploration mechanics. So you start off and you just have this yellow plunger, and that's your only weapon. And you're kind of closed off from other places that you can go in the game at first. So what we need to do is we need to we have to go and we have to find some other weapons, some other different things, and some keys, and some other stuff like that. So we're kind of jumping all over the place, but that's pretty cool. So we go to Mexico. Here we go. We talk to this nice lady here. Who Donald calls a sweet senorita. And now we go to Duckburg, where life is like a hurricane, if you remember the DuckTales theme song. You pick up full-cooked turkeys to restore your health completely. I don't want to discuss what that means for Donald eating other fowl, but, hey. Every time you pick up 5 hot peppers, Donald gets angry, and that's a special feature that he has. So what we did there is we picked up what's called the hero key. The hero key, we now can get into this temple here. So we're gonna do this. So the mechanics in this game are kind of really neat. Donald, when you push down and jump, will slide like another character that I think we're all pretty familiar with here. Oh no, did I? I got caught there. That's no good. I needed to shoot a little earlier. That's all right. We'll go that way. Not a big deal. Oh, missed him. So you'll notice that when I shoot my plunger, if it hits a wall right now, it just kind of falls off, right? That's oh yeah, popcorn. I don't know why that didn't work there. It didn't want to let me out of my pause menu. That's no bueno. All right. So now we did that because this allows us to go up this little thing in one cycle. It saves a good bit of time. So we try to do that with the popcorn. So we got a second weapon, which is the popcorn. And I think I missed, yeah, that's, oh. We're going to be waiting here a few seconds, unfortunately. I was a little too tight on the, there we go. Now we're good. There we go. All right. So a little screw up there on those fast cycles. Those are kind of tough. Here's Goofy. He's going to talk to me. He's going to give me a red plunger, which is dramatically better than a yellow plunger, as we all know. A red plunger is obviously superior to a yellow plunger. And the reason why it's superior is that while the yellow plunger couldn't stick to walls, the red one can. So it gives us a lot more options on how to deal with things. So we're going to climb up here. We're going to take this a little safer because I took a hit that I didn't mean to take earlier, so I want to have a little bit of extra. But this is one of the nice things about the red plunger is that it can make it faster to climb ladders, because Donald climbing ladders is kind of slow. But like a lot of Donald Duck games, I feel like the animations are just absolutely amazing. Donald has just a ton of personality and character in like every game I've ever played with him, and I don't know why that is for all these games, but it really seems like Donald's sprites are always like super great. Okay, so that gave us the red plunger. Now we go back to Duckburg, and that was a really nice first screen. So now that we can climb on walls, we're going to do that to... Oops, a little low. It's alright. Now we go... Oh, that's alright. We can take that hit there. That's not a problem. So we're going to slide off here, slide there, shoot this guy, pick up some more corn, and go here. Whee! So that's all well and good here. This section, we just kind of hang on to this little thing as we traverse these power lines here. You'll note that they fall off, and there's little sections of the power lines that get electrified, so they'll knock you off. That's a really unpleasant thing. We do that because we go the route we do because it gives us some extra health and some corn, which we actually need for a boss later. Here's Gyro Gearloose. He gives us bubblegum, and in the world of DuckTales and QuackShot, bubblegum is actually a very effective method to destroy walls. Not sure if you guys knew all that fantastical canon, but yeah, you can break walls with bubblegum. So that's what we're gonna do. But first, we have to get back out of Duckburg, and we're just gonna do this. So one thing that I want to mention, just because I think it's super cool, is that some of these enemies drop things, and you might not know which enemies drop things, but you can tell which enemies have the ability to drop items because they all have a little satchel, and when you shoot them, they lose their satchel, which I think, so like that guy has a satchel, he drops some ice cream. That's one of the like super awesome tiny little details that this game has it just is so cool to me. I just love it. So we're gonna shoot that guy, grab that one up, shoot that guy too, just for good measure. These are all not Pete's. There's a bat. We're gonna take care of him. This bat is the bane of my existence because he always catches me, so I took it easy there. Alright, so in here, so we're talking to a ghost there. I just used the bubblegum to destroy a wall. As I said, bubblegum destroys walls in this game, which is that seems legit to me, right? Why would we question that? But so we're sliding. As I was talking about the sliding mechanic a little earlier, so Donald slides, you can actually just mash his slide, so long as his height isn't, so long as you're not in like a half tile high space, you can just mash it down, mash slide, and he'll continue sliding the whole time. Missed it. You can slide there and completely miss that little ledge, but unfortunately, I didn't quite get it. So we're going to go through here. We're going to take some intentional damage boost because it's just easier to try to keep moving. Donald, even though he's a duck and a sailor that, you'd think he'd probably be a pretty good swimmer, it is not the case. So we're going to land here, fire this. We're going to go up. And this should put us right over here without... Oh, nope, we landed. That wasn't perfect, but that's okay. Cool mechanic here. When you're in the air, if you shoot, it'll stop you entirely. So we use that to our advantage to get a really good position there. So we're going to switch over to bubblegum here. And I take damage there intentionally, and again, because the way that Donald's sprites work is when he takes damage, he goes into that, like, wah! Animation. And when he does that, he stops moving. But the little elevator that you're on doesn't. And the elevator will just run away, and it sucks. So we don't want that. It was, ah! I think was approximately the sound we make. Okay. These guys are being butts. That's okay. That should get us up there. This is one of the few, like, legitimate skips of the game. We jump up here. So normally what that wall will do is it will crush, it'll, like, come towards the right and try to crush you. But if you do that, you skip that whole sequence. And then you are respawned you're respawned over here. So that's the faster way to do it. Might not have been that much faster given that I screwed up the first plunger, but that's alright. Now we fight Dracula. And as we all know, vampires are weak to garlics, steak, stakes through the heart, and plungers. So we're just gonna stand under him and plunge him. You know, give him the old red plunger. Oops, wrong direction. Oops, bats are just. And there he is. That's the end of him. So we got an updated treasure map. It gives us some new locations that we can go to. So now we are out of Transylvania, and you'll see that our map has gotten a lot more detailed. There's a lot more stuff going on here now. So now we're in Maharaja. I'm going to shoot these guys. So now we've picked up two. Oops. Now we've got the 5 peppers. So we've got Angry Donald again, which is just super awesome. 1, 2, and get up there. Whee! All right, got up there. So, get those hot peppers, get angry about it. So, now we're at the Maharaja's Palace. We're going to try to do a nice little. There's a little skip here. So, normally you have to talk to this guy, but if you time the jump right, you don't have to. Needless to say, I didn't do that. So, this is supposed to be like a maze section, but I know where I'm going, so it's not too much of a maze now. Now the key is to jump over the doors I don't want to go in, and I'll be A-okay. And I think we're going to be A-okay, everybody. So we're just going to deboost through this guy, because it's faster to mash our slide. Alright, so now we have to fight this tiger. Oops. He can only take damage when he's in the air. And you can one-cycle him. I just screwed up the fight there. Switch back to the plunger. But since he can only take damage when he's in the air, it's a lot easier to fight him with the popcorn, because what you'll do is you can basically not aim and just fire at him. So we just picked up the Sphinx tier, another random item. So we'll call in the aeroplane. Hit that, and now we go to Egypt. And we're going to use the angry mechanic again. We've got 3 peppers, so Donald is sufficiently mad that we'll be able to... Oh, that was not where I wanted to go there. What is happening? Can you... What is going on here? Okay, fine then. We're going to do this. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen happen. So now we have our angry pepper. Gonna hit that guy. We're good because it gave us full health anyways, but that was so strange. No idea why that happened. So we use this. We used the Sphinx's tier. Thank you, game. Jeez. And now we can climb. Well, now we're into this section here. So let's try to move quickly. Because of course, you know, there's all these like moving blocks and yeah, there is a ceiling that caves in a little bit. Oops, did not quite make it. You can skip a cycle there. But even then, it's not the end of the world because you can just kind of climb up those ladders alternatively with plungers. This saves a little bit of time. That little chasm there basically will always catch you the first time you play it. So we're going to jump through here. This section is surprisingly annoying and difficult because Donald will get caught on ledges in a weird way sometimes where his momentum will stop entirely. So I'm taking this a little safer than I normally would since this is a marathon and trying not to have major failures. So there we go. All right. So this section's neat, and it gives me the ability to talk about a neat little mechanic that you have with the sliding. So I mentioned that the sliding is obviously faster than running. There is a run button. If you hold A, Donald runs. And it's faster than walking, obviously, but it's not as fast as sliding. So most of the game, we hold the A button down the whole time, and we slide as much as we can. But if you're coming out of your slide on a few of the same frames where you're entering a ledge, you can completely skip. What the heck? That's the first time that has ever happened to me. There we go. Alright, so that's not the intended way to do it, obviously. The intended way is there's the little things on the bottom of the screen there, and you have to hit, like, I don't have any idea what they are in... I don't actually know what the proper solution to that puzzle is, because the first time I saw it, I just ran over to the ledge and tried to climb up the wall, and it worked. So, that's how I do it. But I somehow got caught there, and it did not let me out. So that was new. That was new and different for me. I hope that was exciting. So we're going to call the airplane. Now we're done in Egypt. That was an event for sure. Now we have to go to the South Pole. Nice and cold. Whee! Oh, it's all right. We'll get that ice cream because obviously, if you're at the South Pole, the thing you want is ice cream. That will make you feel better.
Can I make a very quick announcement?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm gonna be leaving the hosting post for now, and I'm gonna let Oglib take my place. Thank you guys for having me. See you later.
Oh. Later, Cassia. Thank you very much. So, what just happened there is that the item that I picked up in Egypt was the Staff of Ra. And the Staff of Ra let me melt a block of ice in the South Pole. So, what I did was I used that to melt a block of ice that then allowed me to get the Viking Horn, which is just another key. Everything about this game is finding keys or things that are used as keys. And now we climb up here. And actually, this is another good place if we have any announcements or anything. Or Glebe, if you want to introduce yourself,
Sure.
This little room is kind of bland.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Well, I just want to say, everybody, welcome again to Bring 'em Over 3 online marathon aimed at raising money to bring Becco, Ohan, and Prissy over to AGDQ 2020. Becco and Ohan, expert speedrunners hailing from Japan, and Prissy is a top-tier speedrunner from Germany. All three of those guys will be slated to participate in the Mega Man 4-6 relay at the upcoming AGDQ 2020 marathon.
Cool. So actually right there, that's a skip that I almost never get. You can skip the dialogue with the old Viking guy, if you jump on the right pixel and frame, and you can skip right over, having a discussion with him. So we got that, so that should save a little bit of time. Now we have to fight this fellow here. This is kind of a neat little fight. Basically, you should be able to get him into an infinite loop. You shoot him with popcorn first, and then you wait until his head reconnects, and then you just jump, and then when his head reconnects, then you fire a bubblegum, and it should just time out to be just about perfect to take him out. So So now we talk to this sleepy Viking fellow. And now he gives me the green plunger. And as we all know, a green plunger is better than red. So green is better than red, is better than yellow. These are just, facts.
That's basic math,
Right,
there.
exactly. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. This is stuff we all learned in elementary school. So, but what the green plunger allows me to do is this: I can shoot a plunger onto a bird and then ride the bird. So, and I love Donald's face. He looks terrified the whole time as he's hanging on here for dear life. He's like, "This is not safe. Why am I doing this?" And you can bounce back between each of the sides, like you can be on the left side or the right side of the plunger, and it doesn't actually matter. So these guys will drop bombs, and it doesn't, it looks way safer to be on this side, but you can absolutely be on this side and it still won't hit you. So, it's pretty cool. And I just love the look on Donald's face. Again, I love all of the sprite work in every Donald Duck game I've ever played because he's just so expressive. Say hello to Chompers. He's our favorite character in this game. He is Chompers, and he makes a great noise. It's great. Slide off of that. Oh, Chompers, he chomped me. Not cool. Got me a little, Yeah, Chompers before his star turn in Death Stranding. Alright, so what we have to do here is, neat function of how the bubblegum works is that it will... There we go. It drops down for 1 or 2 pixels. So what you can do is that if you're on the right pixel when you fall down, you can actually save yourself a whole bunch of time here. That's a huge skip there. Instead of going all the way around and having to deal with a whole bunch of things, we can just skip to and pick up the Viking book. So so the nephews were kidnapped by Pete because, as in every Disney game, Pete is a big old jerk, and he's a meanie. So he kidnapped the nephews, and he basically said, "Well, I'll give you your nephews back if you give me the Viking book." So Donald, because he cares about his nephews, decided to give him the Viking book. Which, I mean, I've played other Donald Duck games, and I actually think that this one's a little strange because I think generally Donald would just be like, "Nah, it's fine. You can have the nephews. I have the book that tells me where all the money is." So, this is showing character growth for Donald. He's a better duck than he was. He's a better duck today than he was yesterday. We ride that in marathons to give us some extra health and stuff. Another minecart section. Whee! Which I love the music in the minecarts. It's so happy. Doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo. Ho-ho! Perfect jump there. All right, now this is the these are the warehouse platforms, and these are probably one of the rooms that is the worst in the game. Especially when you do something dumb like that, which is to say, just jump off and jump to your death like you're not really supposed to do. Here we go. Let's try it again. Okay. There we go. For some reason, that platform just was not going there for a minute. That's all right. Should be good. Whee! Jump. Yeah, we're going to miss the cycle because the timing's a little messed up, but that's A-okay. All right. Whew. Oh, boy. That room is just brutal, I have to say. I'm not a fan of that room. It's just so stressful. This is so coming up here is a really neat little skip. So Donald keeps moving after you stop pushing forward, so it gives you the ability to... I'm taking this so careful. Oh, God. There we go. So normally, falling into that pit would kill you. However, because I was able to duck going into it, because, believe it or not, Donald can duck. That's great. When you duck like that, you can initiate a slide even though you're falling. So what you can do there is you can save yourself a good bit of time by being able to slide in midair that lets you then just fall down that hole that otherwise would just kill you because it's a troll. But now we have to fight Pete again because Pete's a big old jerk. And Pete does not much care to be shot in the face with a plunger. I mean, I get it. I don't think I'd want to be shot in the face with a plunger either. Oh, come back here, Pete. Whee! But he's definitely not a fan of taking a plunger to the dome. So we'll, do that a few more times. I also feel like I should point out that that this game is for the Sega Genesis, and features the heavy use of plungers. And there is a certain video game for the Nintendo that will remain nameless that stars plumbers, and it doesn't use plungers at all. So just want to point that out. That's if we're talking about plungers being the measure of what makes a game great, just have to throw that out there. And we're gonna jump on these little leaves. That's the easiest way to do that, believe it or not, is to just slide off of those. Now as I was saying before, as long as you're in the crouched position, you can slide anytime. So we use that to our advantage here. It actually makes that section a lot safer. Now these little platforms will break if we oh dear. As soon as you step on those little vines, they start to blow up. So we have to deal with that. This is the last section in the game. This is the last stage. We're gonna go get the treasure. Those things, these guys, if you shoot them when you're standing, it actually they will block your plunger with their little shields there. So they're kind of annoying that way. But if you jump and shoot, it doesn't matter now. I just took damage, so we're okay. Oh, the flame just jumped up and bit me. How about that? So we're gonna go over here, jump there. Oh, we're way ahead of the cycle now. Perfect. So a lot of QuackShot has to do with kind of aping on the Indiana Jones and pulp adventure serials sort of thing. So this is Last Crusade for Donald Duck here, obviously. And now this is the last boss, and I assure you he is super difficult, but we're going to try to cheese him a little bit here. So he's going to throw his sword. And now I'm going to stand here, and every time Donald looks at me, because he's annoyed that we're not doing anything, I'm going to shoot. And the time will be when the boss is finished. So every time Donald gives me a look like, hey man, we're supposed to be playing a game here, we're supposed to be playing fast, what are you doing? We shoot this guy. And time will be... there are going to be some rocks that are going to fall, and then time will be a hit or two after that, depending upon how well I did the manipulation to shoot this boss. If you hit him with the popcorn, it breaks his... he throws the sword, and then these things, those blocks hit. And time. If his sword is parallel to the wall, it breaks the ceiling coming down. So this is great. So he did all of that work, and all he got is this boring stone statue, right? And Daisy is super upset that her present is this hideous statue. But luckily our nephews are clumsy, and boom, what a necklace. So Donald is He's appropriately excited. So that's it for me. Thank you everybody for